Hello students, today we start a new topic. In this topic we discuss about the depreciation examples. So here there are different methods to finding out the depreciation. So here there are main four methods for calculating the depreciation. First is a straight line method, second is a constant percentage method, third one is a sinking fund method, and fourth one is a quantity survey method. So one by one we discuss on it. So first we start with a straight line method. So in this method it is assumed that property losses its value by same amount every year, and a fixed amount of original cost is deducted every year, and so that the end of the utility period only scrap value is left. So here equation for annual depreciation is annual depreciation equal to annual decrease in a value of property. So depreciation D is equal to C minus S divided by N. So what is D? D is annual depreciation, C is original cost, S is a scrap value, and N is a life in a year. And depreciation of a property after M year, so C minus S divided by N multiplied by M. So here same C is the original cost, S is a scrap value, N is the number of years means life in a years, and M is after M years we find out the depreciation of a property. Now book value after M year, so book value is C minus depreciation property of the after M years. So C minus M is M years, means C minus S divided by N into M. So book value after M year we got from this equation. Now second method is a constant percentage method. So in this method it is assumed that the property will lose its value by constant percentage of its value at the beginning of the year, and by this method decrease in a value of the property in a beginning year is at a faster rate, while decreasing value in later years is at a slower rate, and this method is more suitable for calculating depreciation by machine. So here percentage rate of annual depreciation P is equal to 1 minus S divided by C raised to 1 by N. So what is P? P is a percentage rate of annual depreciation, and S is a scrap value, and C is a original cost, and N is a life in a years. Now if the age of the property is M year, so the value of the property after M years after depreciation, so C multiplied by S divided by C raised to M by N. So this formula does not hold good when the scrap value is equal to 0. Now third method is a sinking fund method. So in this method the depreciation of the property is assumed to be equal to annual sinking fund plus interest of on the sinking fund for that year. So depreciation is equal to annual sinking fund for plus interest on a sinking fund for that year. So A is equal to annual sinking fund, and small b, c, d etc is equal to interest on the sinking fund for subsequent years. Now C is a original cost, so capital C is a original cost. Now see this table. So in this table you exactly seen life in a year is given 1 2 3 4, and annual sinking fund is capital A is given, and interest on a sinking fund in a first year of life any item is 0, and then after interest is included B C D etc, and depreciation for that year is a summation of the annual sinking fund plus interest on sinking fund is a depreciation for that year, and total depreciation is a summation of a particular year plus back here. So like in a first year depreciation, total depreciation is a, and in second year total depreciation is a plus b, so 2a plus b. Similarly in a third year total depreciation is a plus capital A plus small b plus capital A plus small c is a 3a plus b plus c. So here book value is a c minus a. So here what is value of c? C is the original cost of any item. So c minus a is the book value. Now if I is a rate of interest, annual sinking fund, installment to accumulate 1 rupees in an year. So p is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus I raised to n minus 1. So if I is the rate of interest and 1 rupees is a deposit every year, so total sinking fund accumulate at the end of the n year is equal to q is equal to 1 plus I raised to n minus 1 divided by 1. So rate of depreciation in a n years is equal to p multiplied by q in a percentage. Now let's we start examples on for finding out the depreciation. So let's we start example number 1. So in this example, so the total cost of newly construction building of a rupees 1 lakh, and the life of building is 60 years, and the scrap value is 10% of the total cost of building. And using the straight line method, calculate the book value at the end of 35 years. So here in this example, original cost of building is given 1 lakh rupees. So C is equal to 1. Scrap value is 10% of the cost of building. So scrap value S is equal to 10%. So 10 means 0.10 multiplied by original cost of building is 1 lakh. So 0.10 multiplied by 1 lakh is equal to 10,000 rupees. Now in a by straight line method, annual depreciation D is equal to C minus S divided by N. So C already given in an example, and as we find out scrap value is 10% of the original cost, and N is 60 years already given in an example. So see these 60 years. So total depreciation, annual depreciation is 1500 rupees is a total depreciation. Now we find out the depreciation book value after 35 years. Clear? So the total depreciation after 35 years is 35 multiplied by 1500. It's annual depreciation multiplied by 35 years. So we got the answer 52,500 rupees is a total depreciation after 35 years. Now book value. So book value is a C minus total depreciation after 35 years. So C value is given 1 lakh rupees is the original cost of the construction, and 52,500 we find out the total depreciation value. So book value after 35 years is 47,500 is a book value after 35 years. Now in a example number 2, so a motorcycle purchased for rupees 30,000. So here original cost is 30,000. Its life is 30 years, and salvage value is 10%. Calculate the annual depreciation by straight line method, and calculate the book value at the end of each year for 4 years. Clear? So here scrap value 10% of the original cost. So here 10% means 0.1 multiplied by original cost is 30,000. So 0.1 multiplied by 30,000 is answer is 3,000, and C is the original cost is 30,000. Now N is 10 years is given. Now annual depreciation D is equal to C minus S divided by N. So C minus S is 30,000 minus 3,000 divided by 10 is 2,700 rupees is the annual depreciation. Clear? Now book value at the end of each year. Clear? So we calculate up to the 4th year, So book value when we purchase motorcycle, so book value is a 30,000 in a 0 year, and in a first year book value is a decrease. Here 2700 decrease, so here we write 2700, so 30,000 minus 2700, so we got the answer 27,300 rupees. Clear? Then after in a second year 2700 multiplied by 2 means 5400, so 27,000 book value minus 5400, so we got the answer 24,600 rupees is a book value. Now in a third year book value is a 24,600 minus 8,100, so we got the answer 21,900 rupees. Similarly in a fourth year 21,900 minus depreciation at the end of the year 4 year is a 10,800 rupees, so answer we got a 19,200 only. So at the end of the fourth year book value is a 19,200 rupees. We calculate by the straight line method. Now we start example number 3. So a building was constructed for a 1 lakh before 20 years and the life of the building is 80 years. So calculate total depreciation, neglect the scrap value, take rate of interest as a 6%. Clear? So here 1 lakh rupees is total building construction cost, and life of building is n is 80, and then after s value is given scrap value. So here scrap value we take a neglect the scrap value, so we take a s is equal to 0, and rate of interest I is a 6%, means 0.06. So here we calculate this example by sinking fund coefficient for 80 years. So P is equal to 1 divided by 1 plus I raised to n minus 1. So here (0.06) divide by 1 plus 0.06 raised to n is 80 years minus 1, so we got the answer 0.000573. Clear? Now similarly if the rate of interest is 6% and 1 rupees is deposited every year, amount calculated in a 20 year is a 1 plus I raised to n. 1 plus I is a 6%, raised to n is 80 minus 1 divided by 0.06, so Q answer we got a 36.75. Clear? So rate of depreciation at the 20 year is a P multiplied by Q. So P already calculated 0.000573, and Q we got the answer 36.78. So multiplication of the both the P and Q value we got the answer 0.021. So after 20 years, so total depreciation is original cost multiplied by rate of depreciation at a 20 years. So C multiplied by 0.0211. So 1 lakh multiplied by 0.0211. So 2,110 rupees is a total depreciation after 20 years. Now let's we start another example. Example number 4. So the owner of property create a sinking fund by depositing rupees 2,000 from the rent amount every year, and he wished to make an extension of a building after 20 years. If the rate of interest is 10%, and how much amount will be accumulated. So here n is 20 years, and rate of interest is 10% is converted into value, so 10% is equal to 0.1, and amount of accumulated for annual deposit of 1 rupees after n year is Q is equal to 1 plus I raised to n. So it's a equation we are already discussed on it. So 1 plus 0.1 raised to 20 minus 1 divided by 1. So we got the answer Q is equal to 57.27. For an annual deposition of 2000, so total amount accumulated in a 20 year is a 2000 multiplied by Q. So its answer is a 1,14,540 rupees. Now next example, we start example number 5. So a needle vibrator purchase for rupees 24,000, means original cost C is equal to 24,000, and if after 6 years its scrap value is 6,000, so scrap value is already given 6,000. After 6 years means n value is given 6, and rate of interest is 6%, means I value is given 6%. Calculate the amount of depreciation. So here first we use the straight line method. So C is equal to D is equal to C minus S divided by N. So C is a 24,000 minus S is a scrap value is 6,000 divided by N is a years. So annual depreciation is rupees 3,000. So the book value at the end of each year is calculated in a table. So we purchase needle vibrator in 24,000, and annual depreciation each and every year is 3,000. So total depreciation is 3,000, 3,000 plus 3,000, 6,000, 6,000 plus 3,000, 9,000, 9,000 plus 3,000 is 12,000. Similarly, up to 6 year total depreciation is 80,000. So 24,000 book value at the 0 year is 24,000 minus total depreciation as of first year is we got the book value at the end of year is 21,000, and in a second year 21,000 minus total depreciation is 6,000 in a second year. So we got the book value at the end of the second year is 18,000. Similarly, at the end of the 6th year book value we got a 6,000 at the end of the 6th year of a needle vibrator. Now in a second method is a constant percentage method. So rate of annual depreciation P is equal to 1 minus S divided by C raised to 1 by N. So 1 minus S is a scrap value is a 6,000 already given in an example, and C is the original cost 24,000 is given, raised to 1 by 6. 6 is a N number of year, so 0.2062. Now depreciation for a first year is 24,000 multiplied by 0.2062, so 49.48. so round up figure is a 49.49 is a round up figure depreciation for first year, and book value at the end of first year is a C minus depreciation of a first year, so 24,000 minus 4949. So we got the answer 19,051 rupees. Now depreciation in a second year is 19,051 rupees multiplied by 0.2062. So 0.2062 is the rate of annual depreciation. So we got the answer is a 3,920.32 rupees. Now book value at the end of the second year is 19,051 minus depreciation is a 3,929, so 15,122 rupees is a depreciation. Same we calculate for a third year, fourth year and fifth year, sixth year. So in this table all these things is calculated by this method. So here we complete our example, and in a depreciation is rate of annual depreciation is P is equal to 1 minus S divided by C raised to 1 by N. So this equation is only used for the rate of annual depreciation, and after finding out the depreciation for a particular year, multiply by original cost, and we find out the book value by we minus the book value from the original cost minus depreciation, so we got the book value. Here we complete the example. Thank you.